Kevin, first of all, congratulations. It's a very important win against one of your main rivals for that playoff spot.
Yeah, it was a good win. We stuck to our plan, so I'm delighted that it worked. We first half, obviously getting the 2 goals was great. And you say at half time don't concede early, and you concede after I think it was the 3rd minute. But in fairness to the boys, they stuck to it. They didn't go start chasing things and losing concentration and stuff just because we conceded a goal, which was great to see. They're such a great group, good, mainly young lads that are learning all the time, and it was a different type of game than when we played them the last time. They obviously went 3 at the back at half time and 2 an extra man on, but we defended really well. But it's nice to get a goal. We could have actually, we were in positions where I thought we could have been a bit more clinical around the box, the opposition box. So look, it was a good win. I'm delighted with it.
And considering, of course, the second goal was a small mistake on the UCD keeper's part, but that Philly Hughes goal, it's his typical goal, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he followed the end, James got the header and Philly's around. Philly knows the game,
it's the sort
how
of
many goals he's
exactly here for.
Well, that's why he's here, and that's why he's scoring. He's our top scorer now on his own, and very experienced. And in fairness to him, he's worked so hard all season. People probably look at Philly and don't think he works. He works harder than anybody. And then he's experienced
on him as well.
When he does, he has always had that burst. I even think back to the cup final when he scored against Sligo. He burned McGuinness and Pearce. He has that little burst, but it's his finishing and the goals he gets is great. But also he's experienced enough to know with 5 or 6 minutes ago he was gone.
Yeah.
And he told me, says I'm gone, so I just made a change and brought Mark Stanford on, who worked every bit as hard as him.
And this win brings you within 4 points of UCD now, and it really does look like you're very much looking like you can catch them and get into that playoff.
Well, look, obviously UCD have a game in hand, and so do Wexford, but they've played each other twice, so somebody's dropping points. Finn Harps had a good win tonight out in Cabinteely. Wexford had a good win against Waterford, and I know how tough Waterford are when they have their whole team available, which they did tonight. But look, the 3 above us are probably still favourites for the fact that they're above us. But look, we've a decent run now. We've only lost one in a good long while, so we're making progress, I'll put it that way.
Finally, looking at how the team lined out today and the way that they played, well, last season there was the slickness. I mean, you'd probably agree that last season there was some of the best football Shelbourne fans have seen in years, but this year there seems to be that little more of a cutting edge.
Well, maybe, yeah. Last year, I think a lot of the stuff was we were trying to play, and then we had Dylan Connolly. Yeah. We've got Dylan McGlade this year, so it's a nice one to have. But I thought when we play, we play some of the best football in the league. But I think, as you're right, I think we've big, strong.
Yeah.
Albeit they're young lads. You look at Ryan Robinson, you look at Sean Heaney, big, strong lads that can compete and be physical. And when you go to places like Finn Harps and stuff, and you have to be big and strong, and we have a few of those as well. But look, we're not getting carried away. We're still, say, 4 points off it. We've done okay tonight, so it's a good result.
All right, thank you, Collie. Of course, it's a disappointing result, and the first half is probably what cost UCD in the end. But it was an impressive performance in that second half.
We had no choice but to go at it. It was part of the half-time team talk was we might as well lose 5-0 here, and we needed the 3 points, so we just had to go at it. I still would have liked a little bit more in the second half, but the first half performance was really disappointing. It just wasn't like us. We were just too slow, didn't do what we do best. There was too many touches taken out of our ball, and a little wake-up call that we needed.
Of course, you mentioned that there were the faults, but it was also one of those days where every ball that couldn't go for you didn't go for you.
Yeah, well, I think once you get to this stage of the season, it's always going to be a little bit of luck that you need to go and win the league, and we didn't have that little bit of luck tonight. But there's been plenty of games through the season where we did have a bit of luck. We'll just have to dust ourselves down and go again.
Finn Harps and Wexford, of course, got impressive results tonight, so it further compounds how disappointing this particular one is.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever look for other teams to ever do you a favour. If you're going to win a league, it's always going to be down to what you do, not what other teams do. So we'll just have to go again and just worry about ourselves and just try and win every game from now to the end of the season.
And your young players seem to have, in the season in general, they seem to have stepped up to the plate, and they seem to be showing a maturity that it was especially evident in the Europa League games, but they also seem to just have that bit of maturity that you wouldn't expect from players like the age like Ryan Swan, isn't it?
No, Ryan, Dylan, they're all just 18, 19 years of age, but I think it was the the European experience gave them a little bit more belief in themselves that they are better players than they thought they were. And once you have that little bit of belief, you can go and perform at a little higher of a level. And they've been getting better and better and better, but they still have another few steps to go on the ladder.
And of course, this game brings Shelbourne within 4 points of yourselves, but it also, you do have that game in hand. How important is that game going to be? It's against Wexford, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things. I always prefer 3 points on the board instead of any games in hand. Games in hand don't really matter unless you win them.
Yeah.
And we'll have a tough 2 weeks against Wexford. We're actually going to struggle a little bit next week because Ryan Swan is in the under-21 squad, so he'll be missing. And we also have Dara O'Connor and Dylan Watts are also in the under-19 squad. Yeah. So they're out of our game for next Friday, and the FAI wouldn't call the game off for us. So we're down bodies, but I think we still have enough strength and depth to go and get a win.
Strange decision, because is it not the rule that once you've 3 players out internationally, you're right to have the game called off?
Apparently the under-19s don't count.
Okay, well, thank you. First of all, congratulations. It's a very, very important result, and it puts you within 4 points of UCD.
It's a great win. I think before the game we set up the correct way. We let our centre halves and full backs have it. And when we got the ball, we hit them high, and the ball over the top, I think, killed them. When we got the 2 goals, I think we never looked back. Obviously, the first goal after half time, we wanted to get the 3rd goal, but they got it. But we held out strong. I think defensively we were brilliant all night.
And importantly, the 2 goals were important in the first half, but defensively it was a brilliant performance from Shells.
Yeah, even when they got the goal, I think we stood strong. Like they hit us with a lot of attacks, but we just held our own, and we obviously got the 3 points. Great result.
And with all due respect to Shells and their defensive performance tonight, it looks like the luck did go your way as well, which is of course very important.
Yeah, it's about time this season really, but I think we've been pushing all season to get a result like that. We obviously beat them away, but I think this is probably our best result all season.
And it looks like it looks like now the race for that playoff place is very much still on, because their game in hand is against Wexford, who could very well beat them, and they have to play Wexford again after that.
Exactly, they play Wexford twice, and I think most of our games are away as well, so we're right back in the hunt really. Obviously our heads were down after last week, but I think tonight we dug in well and got the result we needed.
And finally, it's been a tough season, and you were here last year, and the football that was played was probably some of the best football that Shells fans have been watching for years. This year, you'd probably agree it's not as slick and as well flowing, but it looks like the whole squad seems stronger this season.
I think at the start of the season we were really our favourites, but obviously we had a very, very bad run where we lost 6 games in a row or something like that, and we really threw our own downfall basically. So we're paying for them results now, basically trying to catch everyone up. I think we're getting back into it now.
Well, thank you, Billy. First of all, congratulations, a very, very important win and a very important goal from yourself as well.
Yeah, it was good to get on the score sheet, but more important for us to win tonight. Doesn't really make up for the loss last week, because if we had won last week we were right in the title race, but this sort of brings us back in with a chance of playoffs. Like we're sort of outsiders, big outsiders, but we'll keep going till the very end,
You mentioned that you're outsiders, but there's really, considering UCD have to play Wexford, which could go either way, there's really only 4 points between you at this point.
Yeah, well, there's I think UCD I think are the best side in it, and I think they'll go on. I think personally go on and win it, but like if all we have to do is just keep going on and winning, and hopefully other teams will drop points and we'll get a chance to be in the playoffs, and we'll take it from there.
And for yourself personally, it's been an important season, and you're enjoying your time back at Shelbourne. How many spells has it been now?
Yeah, I think it's my 3rd spell here, but listen, in hindsight, probably never should have left, but sort of it was a culmination of 2 things. The manager probably wanted to get more players in. I had a chance to go and play for a team winning the title. Didn't really work out, but listen, I'm back now and enjoying my football, and delighted Kev gave me the call. He's a great manager to work under. Just happy playing football,
And at this point, it's that goal that you scored. It's your favourite, your classic from the many years you've been playing for Shells.
Yeah, listen, just in and around the 6-yard box. That's where, any goal scorer will tell you that's where you're going to get most of your goals. Listen, the ones from outside the box are nice, but I'll take a little toe poke any day of the week.
And looking at it, you seem to be, like I was saying, really, really enjoying your football at the moment. Last season, looking at Shelbourne, they were they were probably playing, you'd agree, probably slightly more pretty football for the fans. But this year, since you started to get those results, it looks like it's a very well-oiled machine this year.
Yeah, we can mix it up. We've got some brilliant young players that this season is going to really stand to them. Like most of the lads are 20, 22. Like to a couple of lads are just 3 or 4 lads are only 17. So like this year is a learning curve for them, and they've been excellent. Like, so if they can build on that now, like if we don't go up, like next year, I think with the young lads, if they stay, Shells will be in a much stronger place.
And finally, I was mentioning there is only the 4-point difference now. What's the feeling like in the dressing room? Because it looks like the momentum is firmly with yourselves, even if you're not the favourites to get into the playoff. But it looks like the momentum is with you now, especially with this result.
Yeah, well, like even if you look before the Finn Harps defeat, that was our first defeat in I think it was 8 or 9 games. Like, so momentum is with us, and we'll keep going. We'll keep trying to win. Like, next game is important. Captain Teely, we've played them 3 times. We've only beat them 1-0 3 times, but it's a tough team. Like, they'll work hard. So if we can go and beat them, and then after that we'll look at the next game. You know.
Thank you.